guys, and welcome to my channel, Beaks and Cheeks. Well, whether you have beaks or you have cheeks, this channel's for you. And first of all, I wanted to thank you guys so much for all your love on my last video, which was my first parrot training video. It was very encouraging and I look forward to making more for you, so thank you so much. This week's video will be the second video on flock injuries that we came home to after being out of town for a week. If you missed the first video with Willow and why first aid kits are so important, I'll provide a card and a link below. This video will be featuring Queen Moo Moo, also known as Terra, so let's get to it. This is Terra. Terra is our eldest cat and my first flock member. She is Citizen 1, or the OG if you will. Terra has a complicated medical history and she suffers from gastrointestinal reflux and gastrointestinal inflammation. So she has to be on a special diet and she's on a special medication regimen of 3 times a day administration to prevent her from refluxing or vomiting. So when we're out of town, she has to travel with us because my pet sitter cannot come 3 times a day and she can be quite temperamental for other people that are not me. So when we traveled out of town for about a week, she went with us, but just a few days after we returned home, she came up lame. Now this doesn't mean she suddenly became boring. Lameness means that she is unable to walk without difficulty due to injury of the leg or foot. I noticed her limping on her right rear leg and I took her to the vet immediately for evaluation. Terra can be difficult to examine due to her temperament. We call those chili pepper cats. They come with just a little extra spice. So getting a really good orthopedic exam on her without sedation is hard to say the least. So my vet did the very best that she could, and we were faced with a couple of different possible diagnoses. One being a partial Achilles tear, or just simply being a soft tissue injury. Both of these just require rest and pain medication in order to heal. Ideally, if she had a full Achilles tear, she would need a splint to help support the leg and foot while it's healing, but Terra would not be particularly tolerant of this procedure, so we just opted for cage rest. I have a large metal dog crate from back in the day when I owned a greyhound. This cage came in handy because it has ample space for a litter box, her food and water, and a heated bed and blankets. She was confined to this crate for about a week to prevent her from running, from jumping, and potentially further injuring her leg while it's healing. Then I began allowing her out when she could be supervised. 2 weeks later and her leg and foot are back to 80% normalcy. The only time you can tell a difference in her gait or that potentially something is still wrong is when she goes to sit. Due to her new handicap, we took some extra measures around the house to do what we call senior proofing. We added pet stairs to any location that would require her to jump. That way she could simply walk up the stairs and prevent strain on her Achilles. We also cut strips of old mats that we had and laid them out in a runway on the hardwood floors to create a slip-proof walking runway for her. So the good news is Terra's leg is pretty much healed. She can get around fairly well. But I have some bad news, and I am so sorry to report that Terra's health is beginning to decline, and we may not have much time left with her. Terra has suspected gastrointestinal lymphoma, and she has been thriving despite this diagnosis for about 1.5 years. But her weight has recently dropped dramatically, and her vomiting has increased. All these signs tell us that her lymphoma is progressing, and it's progressing quickly. She is already on all the medications necessary and possible to help treat her and keep her comfortable. We have increased her food intake dramatically, which she's quite happy about. And we're just treating her like the queen that she is. If she asks for food, she gets it. If she wants pets and cuddles, you oblige. If she's in your chair, it's her chair now, etc. So we are just cherishing every moment that we have with her, and I'll keep you guys posted. I am so sorry to end on such a sad note, guys. I am absolutely heartbroken, and I have been crying for weeks. But I've held it together for this video, and I would like to end with lightheartedness. So I will keep in the blooper reel at the end as usual, and I'll give you a sneak peek for next week's video. So April 1st, which is next Saturday, will be Jelly Bean's 2nd birthday, and we're gonna celebrate right here on the channel. So we look forward to that, and we'll see you next week. Oh, Nugget, why are you in my hair? Huh? Okay. Good boy. Ooh. Big boy. He is very excited about something in particular.